Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac Show. I said cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress.
Welcome back. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at the Hudson Hotel for this very, very special book signing. I am here with the very effervescent, vivacious, and very sexy Jackie Collins.
Wow.
Wow! The author of her new book, Goddess of Vengeance. Lucky is back. Lucky Santangelo.
Lucky Santangelo, honey. I love
Do you know that that is my father's mother's maiden name?
Lucky?
Lucky Santangelo.
Oh,
Santangelo
yes.
is the maiden
So you're
name.
Italian?
I'm Italian.
Yeah.
You could tell by the eyes, right?
Yes. Of course I could, yes.
Where did you come up with that name, Lucky Santangelo?
It just came to me one day. I love the name Lucky. I think it's a great, strong name for a woman. And Lucky is very strong. She's very positive. She gives great role messages to women. And then Santangelo, I love Italian. So what can I tell you?
You love Italian.
Yeah.
You like Italian men.
I love Italian men. I write Italian men. I think they're sexiest men on earth.
They are
And Latin
really.
men. I like
they
Latin
are
men,
very
too.
sexy men.
Yeah.
I have to. My husband's not Italian.
What is he?
He's German and Russian.
Good. It's
You think that's good?
I think that's good. The Russian side of him may be a little controlling.
Yeah, it's very.
And the German side might be a little controlling too.
He fights with himself.
That's good.
But I love all your books. I think they're so provocative. They're so enthralling. I can't wait to turn the page. I've read all your books. I love the first one. I don't know if that was your first one. Chances. And then I love Hollywood Wives.
Hollywood Wives.
And I love what you do when you made it into a film.
Yeah, that was a fun film. We had Candice Bergen, we had Angie Dickinson, we had Suzanne Summers.
Who I interviewed, Suzanne Summers.
Oh, Suzanne is great, yeah.
Her.
Did you do her for her health book?
No, actually, I got her, we actually did an interview with her right outside the opening of her Broadway play.
Oh, great, yes,
Yeah,
which didn't last too long, did it?
Yeah, too
but
bad.
It was good. I think I saw it, yeah. She's a lovely woman.
She really is.
But that was a good miniseries. That was a star-studded miniseries.
And I think you became an overnight sensation because of that book.
What happened was Chances, which was the book before Hollywood Wives, it put me on the map because it was one of the 10 best-selling books in America that year. And then nobody knew who I was, but they loved the book. And then along came Hollywood Wives, and everybody knew who I was.
And that made you a star.
Yes, it did. We all, in our careers, have something that propels us. And Hollywood Wives was what propelled me in America. I mean, I had maybe 5 or 6 books before that in England that were very successful, but it was Hollywood Wives that put me on the map.
Did you always want to be a writer?
I
you always?
did. Yeah,
really?
I did. Oh, always since I was a little kid.
Your sister was the actress.
She was the actress. She was a movie star in Hollywood when I was thrown out of school.
I know all about your sister. I followed her career. I love your sister.
Yeah.
Dynasty, because of her, I got hooked into you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Because I started watching Dynasty, and I just was mesmerized by your sister and her acting ability. But I always knew she was a movie star before Dynasty.
Yeah, she was, and she starred in one of my books, which I gave her, called The Stud.
I remember that, The Stud.
That was a fun movie, where she's naked on a swing, going back and forth, and it's really fun.
You and your sister do those daring things, I tell you.
I'm the writer in the family. She's the naked one.
She's the naked one, I tell you. Your sister's hot stuff. And even now.
Yeah, she
even
looks
now.
great.
She looks
And
fantastic.
She's currently doing her one-woman show in Australia.
I caught it over here when she had it over here.
Oh, really? Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, good.
I loved it. I loved it. But I want to talk more about you, and I want to talk more about this book.
Okay.
I don't want you to give away the story because we want people to buy the book.
Right.
Tell my audience, why is Lucky back?
Lucky is back because you, the audience, love her and you demand her all the time. I mean, I'm on Twitter, Jackie J. Collins, and all the time they're twittering, when is Lucky coming back? When is Lucky coming back? We're so thrilled she's back in Goddess of Vengeance. It came out in England. It's already #1 there. It comes out here tomorrow, actually. And Lucky is a character that she's a kick-ass woman. She does all the things that we might like to do, don't get away with it, that she can get away with. And women really love that. They respond to that very strongly. And so Lucky's back, her beautiful son, Max. Oh, no, that's her daughter, Max, and her son, Bobby.
Bobby Santangelo. Wow. Where did you get this name, Bobby?
Well, he's like a fabulous character. Everybody who reads the book wants to marry him. He's great. Yeah, he's 25, handsome, hot, owns clubs, nightclubs. And yeah, so they're back. So the younger generation is back in the book. And then I've written this villain, Armand Jordan, who's a real bad guy.
He sounds sexy too.
Not so much.
You always filled the book up with these characters.
I love creating characters. When I was a kid growing up, I read Dickens, Charles Dickens, and he always had so many characters. And I thought when I start writing, I want to create a lot of diverse characters. Yeah, so I did.
And this book is filled with it. Filled with it.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, there's a lot of fun sex in it, and a lot of a great elevator scene, which everybody is responding to. And
the elevators are very important in your storylines.
Well, I think I like different kind of sexual scenarios, and an elevator is a very sexy scenario, especially when it's in a public place, because you never know when you're going to get caught. And they actually do get caught, and it's in Vegas, and the door's open, and they just ignore the tourists standing there with their mouths open. And then the doors close again, and they just carry on, regardless.
Now, let me ask you something. This book is being released tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Is there any plans yet for perhaps a Hollywood movie, maybe?
I am talking to producers at the moment, so hopefully it will be, because I'd love to do a series, another series about Lucky. I did a series about her before.
I also interviewed Nicolette Sheridan.
I love Nicolette.
Yes. It'd be nice if maybe we could... She could come. Yes.
Nicolette, she played Lucky in Lucky Chances. Her mother was played by Sandra Bullock, and Lucky at 4 years old was played by Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men.
Oh wow!
I know. So that was, a while ago. She's 20-something now.
What's next for you, Jackie? You've done like everything. What is next for you?
I've written a play called Hollywood Lies. That's going to be out next year. And a new book I'm writing now called The Power Trip, which is going to be a lot of fun.
I like the Hollywood Husbands too, by the way.
Jack Python, sexy guy.
You think you might write a book about the Hamptons? I'm big in the Hamptons.
Are you big in the Hamptons?
Yeah, I'm big in the Hamptons.
I have to spend some time there because I don't write about anything I don't know about personally. So maybe next summer I might spend
the Hamptons. You should check it out.
I'll check it out.
You got to check it out, darling.
Check it out.
Tell my audience.
Yes.
Where can we go to find out more information about your book, about you, about yourself?
This is good. You can go to my website, JackieCollins.com. You can go to my Twitter, Jackie J. Collins, and you can go to my fan Facebook, which is easy to find. And you will find out everything you ever didn't want to know about me. And also, there's so much on my website that you would enjoy. There's old TV interviews, for instance, with Johnny Carson, which is a classic, with Merv Griffin. And there's all the current interviews. And there's all my movies and the stills from the movies. And there's all the books and the English covers and the American covers. And there's blogs. And there's a ton of stuff on there. So if you've got an hour to spare, check out my website.
By the way, I did see you do one of your last interviews with Merv Griffin before he died.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember him saying, you two little English girls came all the way to Hollywood, and look where you are today. I remember him saying that in the interview.
A great guy.
He really was.
Yeah.
And this drink, we're sipping cocktails,
Okay,
and it's named after Lucky.
Yep.
Yeah, let's toast.
And thank you for a lovely interview.
Thank you. Let's have it.
Delicious.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sweetheart. Mwah. The Hollywood kiss.
The Hollywood kiss, and we will be back in a moment, darling.
And I own Silver Platter Service. We are a wait staffing company. We do a lot of work in the Hamptons, a lot of celebrity events. We supply butlers, bartenders, servers, waiters, captains, cooks, growers.
I love it.
Whatever you need. PlatterServiceInc.com or call 631-589-6999.
My perfect date would be Gino Santangelo from the Santangelo novels. He's a bad boy, he's a good boy, he's great looking, he's everything. So Gino, you're in my head, I know. Okay, ladies, if you want to bag a guy, don't wait for them to call you. Don't call them. Always be late. Always be great in bed. And never nag. Well, I wouldn't mind having a Bellini with Colin Farrell. Have you seen this video? Now you know why. I would say The Way We Were. It's very romantic. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, because Paul Newman and Robert Redford were fantastic on the screen together. The Godfather, of course, because of Marlon and Al. They were amazing in it. There's a new movie out, well, it is out, been out a while, and it's called Perfect Getaway, and that's a thriller. And Timothy Oliphant's muscles in it. You have to go to the movie and see it. And of course, the great movie about Vegas, which is called Hangover. I think the perfect soundtrack for a romantic date is R. Kelly. He just has that fantastic voice. I like Usher very much too, but R. Kelly's really got it down.
More celebrities, more fashion, and more of Jackie Collins. Big champagne kisses.
Fancy dress to impress. One of a kind girl. This has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.